Hello children, last class we saw about flora and fauna and I gave examples for that and endemic species and the importance of wildlife sanctuaries and about Satpura National Park, and today we'll see about endangered species. You must know or understand what are endangered species. See, animals whose number are diminishing, that is very coming down, okay, very less, diminishing to a level that they might face extinction, that is known as endangered animals. See, animals, those number are very less, and what happens, one day they might face extinction, they will not be seen at all, they will become extinct. So we have to give more protection for this endangered animals, and in your book you have a picture of those endangered animals. You can see the picture in your book. These are all endangered animals in which you have to give more care, otherwise they will become extinct, the race disappears. Okay, that is what endangered animals. See, we have so many animals. See, you can see the endangered species here, a list of endangered animals and birds also, which you have to give more care, otherwise they will not be seen anymore. Okay, endangered animals, you can see the picture, Bengal tiger, most famous endangered rainforest animals. That is what last class we saw about Project Tiger and all, how the government have launched this to increase tigers population. And this is also pangolin. This is also an endangered thing. It has become rhino and gorilla. All these are endangered species. And that's all about the endangered. And we'll see something about our ecosystem. Okay, ecosystem is nothing but the animals interact, the living animals interact with the non-living things, that is air, water, soil, etc. And this is a food chain. See, we kill snakes, frogs, lizards, bears and owls without realizing their importance in the ecosystem, that is human beings. Okay, see, here you can see the food chain. See, one is dependent on one another, so you are not supposed to kill any species. If you kill any one species, then the next one which are dependent upon that, see, I will explain through a food chain. This is a food chain, and you can see the grass here. And this grass, the grasshopper, they are dependent on the grass. And you know very well, insect, it's an insect. They are taken by the frog. What about the frog? Snakes, they are taken by the, or they are eaten by the frog. These snake will take a frog. So one is dependent. So you are not supposed to kill. See, if you completely destroy plants like this, then what happens? What happened to this? It will be starving without food. You are not supposed to. See, if you completely kill the frogs, then what happens to this population? Insects population becomes more, and it becomes a pest for the crops. So you are not supposed to. Okay, it maintains. It even takes a pest and other insects. So if you kill this, their population increases. So this is what a food chain, one is dependent on. So we have to protect all living organisms, that is living and non-living components of the ecosystem. Okay, then we'll see, this is a food chain and interlink them. This is a food chain. Here this is also a food chain, plants, then this thing, how one is dependent on one another. This is a food web. Okay, the food chain, you have the interconnecting. This thing is a food web. Here, this is a bird. Okay, it's taken by this grass, again grasshopper, and this bird is also takes a grasshopper, more than one. For this, rat is also a prey, and this is also here. This is what a food web, connection, interconnection. Okay, here you can see this is dependent upon rabbit takes this and this here also the eagle, snake, The eagle is taken by the snake. So like this. This is the food web and this is a food chain. Food chain, a linear equation I can say. Here everything is interconnected. Okay. That forms a food web. Then we'll see about food chain. This is also a food chain. Here you can see the grasshopper, again the frog eats this, snakes are eaten by, and vulture takes, and eventually what happened? Decompose. When they die, everything comes to the soil again as nutrients, which will be consumed by the plants again. Okay. Ecosystem. I said ecosystem has got living and non-living components. For example, soil, water, air. All these are non-living components. With the animals, living components. Okay, this is what the ecosystem. Then we'll see about red data book. See, this red data book is nothing but a source book which keeps a record of all the endangered animals and plants. Okay, so there are different red data book for plants, birds and animals. You can see the threatened birds of Asia. Their number will be very less. Okay. Then about migration, you can see this. See, migratory birds. Migration, you know very well. Migratory birds fly to faraway areas every year during a particular time. Why they fly to faraway areas every year during a particular time? See, when their living place, habitat becomes unfavorable for a few months. So, where favorable conditions are there, they will fly. They will move on to the particular place for laying eggs. And when conditions are not favorable in the habitat, they move on for a short period of time. That is what migration for laying eggs and other activities. Then they come back to when conditions becomes favorable, they come back to the original place. Migratory birds you can see, and here also see how for anything, for breeding purposes, for laying eggs, they just come on to a favorable place. Okay, then we'll see about recycling of paper. See, recycling of paper is nothing but we take 17 full grown trees to make 1 ton of paper. You know very well, they cut down trees for making paper. So every time they cannot be cutting trees. So what we have to do, we should save paper and it can be recycled. Every time we cannot, we saw the consequences of deforestation in the first class. So we know the consequences, you're not supposed to. It can be recycled. We should always save, reuse used paper and recycle it. That is very good, and it is very important for our society. Then we saw already the consequences of deforestation, how bad it is. Now we'll see about reforestation. Reforestation is nothing but planting, planting more or new trees where forests have been destroyed completely. This is very essential for our environment. More number of trees, we get more nice air. Okay, so that is very important. More oxygen we get, more number of trees, and the environment will be pollution free. So that is what reforestation, planting more trees. And sometimes we human beings can plant more trees, or it takes place naturally. If the destroyed area is left undisturbed, it takes place naturally. It re-establishes itself. Again it will grow. Even a desert land can be converted into a fertile land, that we have to enhance the soil with nutrients, and after some time it can become a fertile land. Okay, so that is reforestation, which is very just important. So I think we have seen about endangered animals and red data book, whatever given in your book. Migration, migratory birds are there. Even you can find out some of the migratory birds, their names, and the importance of recycling of paper and reforestation. So now this exercises given at the back, I will just you just go through and find out the answer for all these exercises given at the back. And I said no, some names, endangered animals and all, you find out more names. Endemic species, which species or endemic in a particular area, just find out the names of animals and birds, and endangered also. And just now I said about this migratory birds, also find out the names, list, make a list, at least five in each category, and then try to find out the answers for all these exercises. But anyway, tomorrow in the group I will give the answers for this lesson, question and answers, everything. Okay, then after I gave in the group, you just copy it in your classwork. Everything, all the answers will be given in the group, so you copy it in your classwork. Is that clear? Okay children, have a great day.